welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be able to bring you guys another video today. So I thought, what will we talk about? We haven't had one of these sit down videos in a while, and I think it's time to talk to the new nurse practitioners and new nurse practitioner students. Again, you know that I'm really passionate about that, just kind of helping other people to feel more comfortable and to believe in themselves a little bit more. Today's video is basically going to be a book review because it's been ages since I've done a book review. So I purchased the updated version of one of my favorite books. I can't wait to show it to you guys and to talk about it with you guys. Excuse my voice because I had a cold, and if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, then you already know I actually had the flu. So yeah, my voice is still a little raspy, but I'll be fine. So let's talk about the books. Let's just kind of cut to the chase, get right to it. Soap for Family Medicine. Okay, so if you followed me for years, you know that this book right here has been a lifesaver for me. When I was in NP school, this book right here was everything. So if you're new to writing soap notes, if you are a new NP student, and if you're a new nurse practitioner, you should really own this. You guys know I have other staples as well. Go back and look at my other videos from my other favorite books, but this has been one of the ones that I've loved. I stopped talking about it as much because it was pretty old. It was published in 2014, so I thought, oh, I don't want to keep promoting an older book because treatments change and things change and medicine advances. So I was pleasantly surprised when I went on Instagram and I was just looking at nursing books. Who does that? I go on Instagram looking for books. I like to read. Hey, what can I say? So I went on there and up pops Soap version 2019. I was so excited. I couldn't contain myself. So I purchased it, of course. I purchased this book from Amazon. All of the details will be below in the information box. And all of the books that I have, well, most of them, I'm still adding books to the list, but a lot of the books that I have and that I use and that I take to work with me every day are on my Amazon page. So if you're just wondering, what does she use? What does she still use? What books should I get? All of the books that I love and that I have, or most of them, about 80% of them, because I still have more books that I need to add, they are on my Amazon page. And if you order from my page, then I get a small commission. So let's get started. The Soap for Family Medicine book. Why do I love it so much? Well, first of all, we always start out with a story, so let's get to it. I was in NP school, and we were at Johns Hopkins School of Nursing for a simulated patient experience. I was so nervous because I was still a student, and you know, as students, we get nervous about everything. So there would be volunteers, like real live human volunteers, who would act as patients. You would have an examining room, the patient would have on a gown, the patient would have a chief complaint, and you just go in, everyone's watching, the instructors, everyone's watching, and you have to assess the patient. And then after the assessment, you come out and you write a soap note. That was timed. I believe we had 30 minutes to write the soap note. And no, at the time I had my old book, and you guys can see the wear and tear on this book. So you know this book has been everything, because it would not look like this if I had not used it. And I still have it in my bag today. This is all taped up. So when I saw this new book, I thought, oh, that's gonna be perfect. So anyway, I had my soap book, and it really helped me. My patient had complained of cold symptoms, and I used the soap book at that time. The soap book, what's in it? In case you don't have it or you've never seen it, it has, so this is the one for family medicine. And it basically has all of the things that you commonly encounter in primary care. There's literally 90 different chief complaints in here. And when you go through the chief complaint, it goes through the whole thing, everything that will be in a soap note: subjective, objective, assessment, and plan. Everything. It helps you to avoid having to go through a textbook with all of this information, and it just condenses it down and helps you get through patient encounters. Some examples of what's in this book, or some of the chapters. There's anemia is addressed, allergic rhinitis, asthma, bronchitis, pneumonia, chest pain, amenorrhea, nephrolithiasis, hyperlipidemia, headaches, which are so common, back pain, which is so common, dysfunctional uterine bleeding. There's a lot of that. I'm starting to get a lot of those, and you really need to know how to manage that. What else? Tonsillitis, pharyngitis, urinary incontinence, UTI, of course. You see that a lot. It's very common. Another thing I really love, I keep holding up the old one, about this book is that it also has just a head-to-toe assessment. Adult history and physical preventive maintenance. And you have a whole soap note on this. Helps you out with a review of systems. It helps you out with the history. It helps you out with the assessment. It helps you out with the plan, immunizations. So awesome. And then there's also the well child checks. So I do a lot of those in primary care, and all of the ages are here. From newborn exam to 2 to 12 months, 13 to 24, pre-adolescents, adolescents. It's actually really amazing, because even as an experienced provider, sometimes you just need reminders. So I've been a nurse practitioner. This fall, it will be 5 years. So this book now serves more as a reminder for me, because sometimes you can get kind of lax with your skills and whatnot. And I like to go over some of the common things I see, and I always find something like, oh, I better make sure I ask that next time. So it's a great resource to have, whether you're a new nurse practitioner, an experienced nurse practitioner who likes reminders like myself, and nurse practitioner student, especially students, because when you guys start writing soap notes, you know, you're nervous, you're like a deer in the headlight when they say you have a soap note due, or if you have to write a soap note on the fly. When I was in clinical, I always had my book, always, because again, these are the most common patient encounters. So most of the time, the patients that I got had something in here, usually, when I was in my primary care rotation. And I had this book in my lab coat pockets, and my instructor just thought I was the best thing ever, because I was always prepared. If she asked me a question and I didn't really know the answer to it, I would tell her, let me do research for just a few seconds, and then I will come back with that answer. Don't ever say you don't know, because you can find the answer if you don't know it. Then you need to research it. If you don't own this book, you should. And in addition to that, there's more than just the family practice book. As far as I know, I really need to research it. I need to look it up. I think this is the only one that was updated as a second edition. So I have the one on pediatrics, and you guys know I have the family medicine one. I have obstetrics and gynecology, and some of the other ones they offer emergency medicine, internal medicine, urology, and neurology. So those are ones that you can look into if you're interested in having those. Right now, my little collection looks like this. So that kind of proves to you guys that these books are worth having. These have not been updated. No, these haven't been updated as far as I know, but the family medicine one kind of covers everything. So yeah, I will tell you guys that there's one on dermatology, and I really want that one. Here, the book was designed as a really quick way to look something up, a really quick way to make sure that your soap note is, you know, it's on point. So it's just another great resource for anyone interested. I am a person who likes books. You know, if you follow me on my other social media platforms, you've probably seen like my little library or my books in the back in my office. So yeah, I have lots of books. I have electronic stuff going on, like, you know, Up to Date is my thing. You know, Hippocrates is my thing. And Up to Date is really my boo now. So I do have my electronic things and my apps and everything, but I also have my books. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check this out. It's worth it. I have all of the deets in the description box below. So yeah, check that out and let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions, any concerns. Follow me on my other social media platforms so that you can kind of get to know me a little better. And yeah, if you want some life motivation and inspiration, then girls and boys, you need to be following me. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Good luck.